What's up guys, in today's video we are creating this social media banner in Photoshop. So without wasting much time guys, let's start the video. So guys, as you can see, this is the main screenshot of the entire web and this is the project itself. So let's open it and drag down. Okay, so let's create the artboard for today's poster. So press Ctrl N on your keyboard, select 1080, put 1080 at the width and put 1080 the height. Set the resolution to 72. After that, give it a name, maintain the default settings right over here and click on create. So guys, after clicking on create, then let's start the video itself. So first, press Ctrl I on the keyboard to invert or turn the white to black. Okay, after that, create a gradient color which is right here. So to get the gradient color, what you have to do is to select the adjustment panel, choose gradient, but double click on, let's choose purple. Let's pick something like this. After that, click OK, and guys, you are good to go. So as you can see, my gradient, the field is set to 77% and the opacity is set to 60%. So after that, just import any random background image, place it right on your artboard. After that, decrease the opacity to 56 and the field to 65%, and after that you are good to go with your design. So after that, the next thing that I created was to create this double halo rectangle right over here. So what I did was to create a rectangle right over here. Let's create a new layer and let me do something like this for you guys to see. So after creating the rectangle, what I did was to come to the field, select gradient and choose, open the basic and choose this. After that, change the angle to this particular place right over here and try to rotate your rectangle. That I use it to do something like this. So guys, that is what I did to get these particular lines right over here. So let's delete it if we don't need it. So after that, what I did was to create this circle. I used the same method. So let's create another layer right over here. So let's go to the tool section, select the rectangle to right click on it and select the ellipse tool. Press shift and draw a circle like this. After drawing the circle like this, select the move tool, go to the circle or properties. You can use properties too for that. So select the field and choose the gradient side. After the gradient side, change it to this, and guys, you are good to go. So that is what I did to get this over here. So after that, the next thing that I did was to insert my object, which is the Apple Watch right over here. After inserting the Apple Watch, the next thing that I did was to duplicate the circle that we did here. To duplicate it and I clipped it to the watch so that you can get this beautiful look right over here. After that, the next thing that I did was to create circles, create 5 circles like this right here. So I did the same thing, the same effect that I applied to this. That is what I did for the 4 of them. After that, I changed them from horizontal to vertical and those things, and I arranged them nicely right over here. So after the circles, what I did next was to go to the adjustments panel, select vibrance, and I choose this vibrance right over here. So I set my vibrance to 13. After that, select the adjustment panel again, choose brightness/contrast and set it to 4. After setting it to 4, what I did next was to add color hue saturation to the shapes that I drew right over here. After that, I crept it to the shade. So as you can see, I chose this particular color right over here. So guys, the next thing that I did was to import the social media handles, which is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. After that, I started adding my text. After that, I added the first to it, which is the stroke effect. So let's double click on it. So as you can see, the size is set to 3 pixels and everything remains the same. Change the color to white, and guys, you are good to go. So the next thing that I did was to type Apple Watch. So guys, as you can see, even though the visibility is on, but you can't see anything, which is a test effect that I created. So guys, let's turn the effects on. So what I did was to double click on the Apple Watch, and as you can see, the blending options, the field opacity is set to 0. After that, come to the stroke effects and increase the size to 3 pixels and leave the rest like that, and guys, you are good to go. Okay, so the next thing that I did was to add Kingston Designs presents Dual ET354 Apple Watch. So as you can see, that's it. So let me come back to the Apple Watch. As you can see, after adding the stroke, I added drop shadow to it. So I set the opacity to 34%, and the distance is at 14 pixels. The spread is at 16%. The size is at 24 pixels, and with the angle is set to 55 degrees. Okay. So after that, I inserted my amount and the price right over here. After that, I brought this Kingston design so that I can add it to the social media handles. After that, the next thing that I did was to write this text and arrange it nicely over here. I wrote another text and placed it right over here as well. So after that, the next thing that I did was to create hue and saturation color for the entire work and set the opacity, the hue to 27. So as you can see, this is the color that we got for the entire work that I created right here in Photoshop. So guys, before I close, I have a surprise for you. As you can see, these are all my brushes that I use in Photoshop. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Let this channel get 11,000 subscribers. After the 11,000 subscribers, I will release all these brushes right under the description box for you guys to get access to it for free. Please let me get 11,000 subscribers on my channel. After that, I'll release these brushes for you guys. So thank you guys for watching. See you next time.